We're talking about business not as usual, and I'm going to approach it from two themes. And the first one is digitalization, which we take as a given, as a usual, as something usual. But we've heard it, we read it in the report, we hear the experts, digitalization of society. Now, the second theme is trust. We know most countries the economic crisis is over, and we feel that it's business as usual. But if you look at trust, the crisis is not over because we're currently in a trust crisis. We see the lowest trust levels currently, globally, in 25 years. We live in what we call low trust times. And most people already know that, or they feel it. We live in low trust times. But we also can measure trust on a horizontal axis, not high or low, but horizontal axis. Where on one side you have the formal and institutional, and on the other side the informal and personal. Formal and institutional, informal and personal. And what we see on this axis is that trust is currently a little bit on the informal and personal side, but it's actually the trend is it's moving more towards the informal and personal. Why is trust so low, and why is it moving towards the informal and personal? Well, it has to do actually with the abundance of information that we have and the abundance of misinformation that we have. What kind of information do we trust? Who do we trust? And what happens is that people say, well, I rather trust someone that I actually know, someone that I've met, someone like me, informal and personal. I'm not going to trust classic expert anymore. So to increase trust, you have to think about how can we get more informal and personal. So one of the challenges of digitalization in online shopping is that the drones are coming, the robots are coming, who will come to your house, and it gets actually less informal and less personal. Now, that is fine if you have an order for toilet paper, and that is fine. You know, let that be automatic. Who wants to buy toilet paper? But if you buy something special, it would be nice if it was informal and personal. So what we see happening now, there are a few examples where if you buy something special, like a very nice evening mail, or if you buy a suit or an evening dress, it's not delivered by a traditional mailman or a drone or robot, but by a fashion consultant. So a solution for the trust crisis we're in, but also for the automation anxiety, the algorithm aversion, might be, and I think it will be, emotion AI, emotion artificial intelligence. And this is actually technology with which you can assess someone's emotions. It's disrupting currently the world of HR, where emotion AI is used in, for example, the first round of interviews. Now, you can use this to increase business, hire talent faster. There are loads of examples out there. But the main underlying thing is I can see how you're feeling. So if you're anxious, I can respond to that. If you are in a low trust mood and you are a bit suspicious, I can respond to that and give you the right information or connect you to the right people. And it will give businesses the opportunity to actually really respond to the emotional needs of customers. If we look at shopping, it's not fully there yet. They could use it, but what we see now is a bit of an in-between phase, that if you're in a shop, you have these feedback panels and you have to press a button. Did you have a good shopping experience? What we will see is a slow implementation and will slowly get used as society and as business to this new technology. But this will be one of the big tech trends of the 2020s. It's the next decade. We'll see this everywhere.